Hi there, good evening everybody. It's time for our daily wiggle. Sorry, it's a bit late, I've been working all day. And we are just going to do that. We're going to have a bit of a wiggle, a bit of a twist. We're going to be on our hands and knees. Do feel free to support your wrists. So putting something just slightly underneath your wrist if you want to, or coming down onto your elbows for any of it. Really just seeing what the body feels most comfortable in. So the first thing we're going to do is come back into our hands and knees position, our quadruped, our 4-point kneeling position. So hands are directly underneath the shoulders, knees are directly underneath the hips and the hip socket joint as such. And you can just take your little cat and cow. Exhaling often as we roll through, because that feels quite nice. Letting the nose come to the pubic bone, so you feel that connection, that big C curve. And then inhaling, opening the sitting bones first, and sending the sitting bones through. So just take a few of these in your own time, rounding through the body, and then into your extension. Great, I'm just going to come at a slight angle. And then what I want us to do is I want you to take the left leg away from you. So you're lengthening it out without anything changing in the spine too much. Feel that sense of pointing through the toes, and you're just going to draw a big circle with the foot up to the side of you, and then back behind you and over the right foot as well. So you're just tracing a circle, keeping the body as quiet as you can, so the rest of the body's not moving or tilting or twisting too much. You're keeping that lovely length through the spine. That quadruped position. You're using the floor to support you. Just easing through. So the legs coming out to the side. Goes back behind you and then it traces around. And that's it. Lovely. So then from there you're going to take it back behind you again, over the right foot, and you're just going to soften down into that diagonal. And then come back through and then bring it back so it's long and in line with your hip again. Flex the toes of that left foot and just push back into the heel. And then trace the leg around to the side again, placing the foot down. Sit back into the sitting bone of that right hip to heel. So the left leg's lengthened out in front of you. So you've gone from here and then you've sat back. And then come back up through and bring the leg back in. And we start again with the other side. So the same thing is happening. Maybe check in with your quadruped, have a little wriggle, and then send the right toes long and away. And start to trace your big circle, your big arc, out to the side of the body, and then away and past that left foot. So just open a little bit through this right hip. Tracing out, and back behind you. Good. Let's go one more time, out to the side, all the way back behind you, nothing changes in the spine, and then beyond. And when it gets there, you slide down into it, so you should feel something through that left outer glute area. And then soften and come through, bring it back directly in line with the hip, and shuffle forward, and tuck the toes of the right foot and just sit back into it, or step back into it. And then when you're ready, you bring it out to the side again, and you sit back, left sitting bone to left heel. And then soften and come back through, bring those knees back in underneath you, and just sit back a little moment and shake off there. We're going to come back into that quadruped position with the extended leg out to the side as well. So that's something you want to feel that you're comfortable with, that you can find your range with. So you come back into that quadruped, that 4-point kneeling position. And we start again with the left leg, lengthen it back behind us, and then sweep it out to the side. So the inside edge of the foot can be on the floor. If you have a little bit more range, you might get the full of the foot on the floor. It might be easier in bare feet. I'm just rocking one of my trainers today. And then from here, so the left leg is out to the side, right knee is down, you're in your quadruped. So side on, you've got this going on. It's going to come on a slight angle. Keep your right hand on the floor and open up the left arm up towards the ceiling. So the left leg and the left arm reach up, and this becomes almost your open side. It's inviting you to open through. So as that right arm pushes down into the floor, the left arm can reach up even higher. And then just like our thread the needle, we're just going to find that softening and reach the hand past the right elbow. Push down into the floor with the right arm. Feel that sense of opening up. And thread down through. I'm just going to show you front on. So you've gone from this lovely open position. And then you're threading through. So the thoracic, spine, you're finding a bit of a twist. You might get the odd click or clunk. Nice. And then bring the left hand down. Keep that left leg out and reach the right arm up. So it may not go as far. This would often kind of feel as if it's your closed side. And same thing, thread through, but you can thread through a little bit more on this side. And again, we open. Right arm reaches up, and we thread through and reach through to the left. Last time here, and thread through. Come back through into your quadruped. Keep that left leg out, and just stabilize through the right knee, the shin, and bring yourself up. So the left foot is reaching away, that outside edge of the left foot is reaching away from you. And just take a little moment to reach your right arm up and soften and open through the right ribs, the right side of the body. And then we're going to come in the opposite direction. So what's going to happen is I'm going to bring my right hand down onto the floor and let the body find length through that whole left side. And then you just soften the left knee, curl around, and come back through to seated. And then we do the other side. So we're now going to be releasing our right leg out to the side. So we come back into our 4-point kneeling position. Feel free to always take your cat and cow wriggle, your tail wag, whatever feels comfortable. Then keeping the sitting bones lovely and wide and open, push the floor away to find your quadruped and send the right toes long and away from behind you. And you're going to sweep them out in that big circle arc that you were making before. Now the right foot comes onto the floor. If you want to, you can stay on the edge of it to begin with, but then you want to start to see if you can send that outside edge down to the floor. Keep the left hand down in line with the left knee and reach the right arm up towards the ceiling, opening through that right side, right leg reaching, right fingertips reaching, left arm pushing down. And then exhale maybe and soften as you reach through and behind. And again, reach that right arm up towards the ceiling. Soften and thread the hand through. Good, one more time. Thread. Then bring the right hand down in line with the left and start to open up through the left side. Again, the range is different here because of the leg. Let's see if you can breathe through and find a little bit more every time. And clicks do happen. That's it. And then soften here. And like we've done before, you have to find that sense of letting your weight not fall too far back, but almost drops down into the floor to allow you to come up. And so now your weight is going through the left knee, the shin and the foot. Feel that full expanse, but also the right foot on the outside of the right leg. Now we're going to reach your left arm up and soften and bow over towards the right. So you'll feel a bit of a stretch coming down through that left hip. And then you windmill the arms, so you're going to place the left arm down onto the floor, full of the palm down as well for me. And reach the right arm up and over, creating this big banana arc from the outside of the foot to the fingertips. Release the jaw, soften the space between the eyebrows, check in with anything you're holding on to. And then just to release yourself, you soften and bring that right knee in, round through the spine, come back onto your heels and lengthen up. And that is our wriggle for this evening. I hope that was feeling okay. Hi Pilates, nice to see you again. Sorry it was a little bit late, and apologies for yesterday as well. I wasn't feeling very well, but I hope you've enjoyed some pelvic tilts through the body. Sometimes it's nice to take it back to its basics. So I'll see you all again tomorrow. We're doing really well. Well done for keeping it all up. And have a really restful evening and night's sleep. Bye everybody. Take care.